In this screencast, we'll review the Adding Area Pages feature. With this tool, you can edit and add area pages to your Real Geeks website to further customize your searches and increase your leads. So let's get started. While logged in to the back end of your site administration page, you can easily click the Add button here. But let's take a look at the actual Area Pages link so you can see where all your area pages are housed. If you have many area pages to sort through, you can do a quick search to find the one you'd like to edit. For example, Waimea. Click the search button and it will pull up the Waimea page so that you can begin editing it. You can even delete a specific area page by checking the box next to the title, and then using the Action pull-down menu, select the option to delete and then click Go. So let's clear our search and return to the list we saw previously. Now, in the top right corner, you have the option to add an area page. Let's click that. Now at the top of the page, we have the option of adding a parent. What you add here will be used in the URL of the page. This is an organizational feature and can help you lay out your area pages if you have a large number of them. For example, you could create a parent that represents the county and build out your area pages for the cities within this county. Again, this is purely organizational and not terribly used in most cases. But if you do elect to use a parent for your area pages, be sure to include this one linking to this area page. Next, we have area name, which is the city, location, or subdivision you'd like to list. This will eventually be pulled into your site and the default text will read, Honolulu Real Estate Search. Next, we have the title, which will outline what the page is about. Most of the time, Google will use this as the text that is displayed when linking to your site in search engine results. As search engine practices evolve, we find this is used less often, and the text that is linked to it is determined by the search engine themselves. That said, it is still useful in providing context on what this page is about. So let's go ahead with Honolulu Real Estate. Search all Honolulu homes and condos for sale. Then the description needs to include details that tell the user what it's about. You want that to show up as something attractive to click on as well, since this is the snippet that Google will usually use. So let's go ahead with search all Honolulu real estate listings of homes, condos for sale, and foreclosures and Honolulu information on one easy site. Next, we have the meta keywords. This is where you can put keywords in of what your page is about. Search engines once used this field to help rank sites on search result pages. This is no longer the case, but again, there is still value in providing additional context on what the page is about and may have additional meaning for social media sites. Next is our anchor text. This helps create the slug which you'll use for linking to the website. Now the slug is the actual text in the URL and is auto-generated from the anchor text field. Please note that uppercase characters are converted to lowercase and spaces are converted to dashes. The next item on the area page is content. This is where you'll add the body of the content of your page. It's very important that you not use any duplicate content or copy someone else's website like Google or Wikipedia. You need to uniquely write it. Copying content is only going to hurt you in the rankings because Google will know that the other site that had the content first is the authoritative site, and you're never going to get ranked because you'll be read as a duplicate or copycat. So if you're going to copy content from an old site or another document and not write it freeform into this section, then you need to make sure that you copy it and paste it not just straight from a Word document, because Word adds its own code into these editors. So if you're using a PC, you want to use Notepad. Or if you're using a Mac like I am, you'll want to use TextEdit. I already have text here that I've copied and I want to convert from rich text to plain text. This is done by going up to the Format window and selecting the Make Plain Text option in the drop-down menu. After converting your text to a plain text format, you'll want to copy your text, return to your main browser where your page editor is, and paste the text into your content section. Here, you can highlight your headers one at a time and select the correct formatting options that suit your style as follows. Now, let's say you want to add an active text link to an existing page you've created. Let's turn the word Home into an active text link. To do so, you need to highlight Home, click on the Insert Link icon button. If you're linking outside of the site, you'll want to enter the full URL here. For example, http://www.realgeeks.com and hit OK. But in this case, I'd like to link the word to my Kailua Town area page. So anytime you're linking within the website, all you have to do is add a /, the slug. In this case, it's Kailua Town, so we'll separate the two words with a hyphen, and click OK. Now you have a hyperlink that is linking to the Kailua page. Now, if you want to add an image, you need to decide where you want the image to be, and then click on this little mountain, which will take you to our Insert Edit Image button. This leads you to the image browser, where you can click the file browser, find your image, choose the little arrow, and it gives you a few options. I want my image to be smaller and to constrain its proportions, so I'm going to enter 250. Then I want to add a 10-pixel border around it on both horizontal and vertical axes. Now hit OK. To align the image to the left, you want to highlight it and click on the left alignment icon. To link the image, we'll want to do the same as we did with the text link. So let's highlight the image, select the Insert Link button. Again, if you're linking outside of the site, you'll want to type the full URL here. But in this case, let's link our image to the home page, which only requires a / and no slug. So now we have a left-aligned image within our text, sized the way we want it, and with a hyperlink that is linking it to the home page. Next, we have the option to override our landscape image. That will be the big image behind the search on each page. The landscape image is currently on the default selection. Because we have one default landscape image, there are a few options to override it here. You can override the main default image with a pre-selected image from our gallery, or a custom selected image that you upload, or even the option of none. So let's select Custom Image, and in our file browser, we'll select the image we want to use and click on the arrow next to it. We can even override the title. In this case, I'll call it Honolulu Beach. So our next item here is the sidebar and footer option. What really gives our solution a lot of flexibility is that you're able to create as many sidebars and footers in our system and pull in whatever sidebar you'd like for each page. You can even make a different sidebar for each page. So here I've chosen my default sidebar, which I've configured to include a list of Hawaiian islands, popular neighborhoods, useful information, and our seller lead generation tool widget. You can watch our sidebar video on our blog for more info, along with the one about our home evaluation tool. Now the next thing is property display search options. That's if you want to pull in property listings as some content on the page. Let's title this Hot Honolulu Properties. This will be the heading above the properties. Let's select 5 properties to be displayed on the page. We even have the option to decide where these properties will appear in relation to our content, above or below. I prefer below because I want the user to see the search on the page first, because the goal here is to allow them to search and then capture the lead. So now I'm going to create a search. First, I'll show you how to use the Polygon tool, which allows you to choose from geographic fields available from your MLS to create your own areas. You'll want to select the polygon from the left here. Zoom into the region of your choice on the inlaid map, select the tool itself, and pinpoint the selected area you'd like to set the search to. For example, I only want houses on the ocean side of the street. My MLS does not have a search option that encapsulates this, so I use the polygon search to define my own search area. When you're through, you want to create the search and click Yes. But let's back up a bit and create a different type of search using our drop-down window criteria instead. So let's edit the search here and clear the polygon tool and remove the map. Now you can get really specific here. I'll select the city as Honolulu, the list price as something between $400,000 and $700,000, and I can even select the property type as only homes. There are so many options here, including the ability to search foreclosures, and even the way my search results are sorted. Here, I'll select highest first. Then I'll want to create the search, and it will list how many results with this criteria exist. It will then prompt me to use this search. I'll select Yes, and it will only show 5 of the highest priced ones because that's what we're sorting by. So next we have the search form display options. Here, you can help take the guesswork out of coming up with the correct search by pre-filling in the quick search with the fields that best describe the page we're making. So first, let's change the title. Earlier, we saw how the default search title of our page was Honolulu Real Estate Search. In this case, I'm going to override it and call this page Honolulu Property Search. I can now set the search defaults of the form. Island should be Oahu. I'm going to select Metro in our region since that's where we want to focus on, and I'll select the neighborhood of downtown. I'll save the search, and then this will be displayed and automatically done. Now that we've saved this search, we have to save the changes. Now let's take a look at this page. So here we have our Honolulu area page, with a title listing as our customized title of Honolulu Property Search. It lands us with a quick search in the island of Oahu, the metropolitan region, the neighborhood of downtown, searching homes and condos. Next we have our content, our link to the Kailua town page built into the word home, our image that links us back to the home page, our sidebar which I've customized to include islands, communities, in addition to our home evaluation widget, and lastly, we have our 5 hot Honolulu properties listed from maximum to minimum.